And everybody, y'all down for some sports? Like FIFA 13? I remember everybody talking about this game, how much fun it was, and how great it was, and that I should play it. So that's why I decided to pick it up 2 days ago. But after playing these kind of realistic-ish sports games, I realized this wasn't really for me. Not only because these games feel a little bit too realistic sometimes, like look at wrestling. And also because things like FIFA got pumped up year after year. It was just like, oh yeah, I got FIFA 08. Never mind. But it all changed with the Mario sports games. My first ever one being Mario Power Tennis for the Nintendo GameCube. This game was so much fun because it had so many unique boards and gimmicks, like a Luigi's Mansion court where it just ghost randomly pops out, or a Mario Sunshine stage where some PD looking dude puked on your court. Who doesn't like that? But let's jump ahead a bit to the Switch era, and while games like tennis and Gilf?
It looks kind of suspect.
I wrote down Gilf.
I don't know, man.
What the fuck? And while those games did come to the Switch, there was just one big problem.
More free content is coming.
So I bought Aces, and when I did, I was incredibly disappointed. But then when Super Rush was announced, I was still excited because a Mario Golf game hadn't come to a home console for nearly 20 years. And the second reason being these free updates, I thought they were just a one-time thing, because Nintendo didn't do them a whole lot at that time. But guess what?
Free software update.
So it's been nearly 1 year since this game got released, and I want to be taking a look back at it to see what it had, what it added, and to tell you some of my major criticisms about this game and why I don't think it's really that good. So Mario Golf Super Rush. I had to wait for the box art update. So anyway, see this video as like a small review of the game, while also talking about what they've added in the past couple of months. It's time to bitch! So we have 3 modes. Well, technically 4, but one got added in as DLC, but we'll talk about that in the DLC section. So you have Golf, Speed Golf, and Battle Golf. So Golf is just your standard golf that you've seen in previous games, but of course they had to simplify it. Now you only have to aim and shoot, as to like aiming, then shooting, then timing something in the gauge, and then choose which shot you want to do. Now, before I'm going to continue, I will say that I will still point out things I do like about the game. Even though I think this game is horrible as all can be, I'll still point out things that I like. And you know, I'll be honest, I'm not really that offended by this change. Yeah, it's more simple. Sure, if you're trying to put, it's a little bit annoying, like putting in this game is kind of weird, but honestly, it's not the worst change of the world. So overall, regular golf is fine, although it's a bit bland. Speed golf. You know, there's a reason why most sports games don't let you run to the ball. Now, this was fun for a little bit when it came out, but at the end of the day, it's just like, you like walking? Like, it's just so slow, and in the trailers they made it look really exciting, but at best just kind of mediocre. You know, it has good ideas, like, I'm not gonna lie, it has good ideas, but I thought it was gonna be something more special, and a way they could maybe improve this if there were maybe item boxes that you could, I don't know, throw a bomb at a player, or throw a shell, or throw bananas on the court to slip players up. And I think the general speed should have been increased a bit as well. Then you have Battle Golf. You know, I'm a bit mixed about this, because it uses Speed Golf's mechanic in a good way. But there are only 2 maps! Not even a single new one got added with the free DLCs, which baffles me. Like, all the regular game modes got new ones, but Battle Golf? I mean, heck, this thing got even featured as the intro cutscene. So, you're making this big deal about it, then bam, 2 maps. So this mode is fine, although it also becomes a little bit boring after a while once you've got a certain strategy down. Just basically aim for the hole no one is going for, and before you know it, BAM! Match is over. So overall, the core gameplay of Mario Golf Super Rush is decent. Nothing groundbreaking, but decent. What's not decent, however, is Golf Adventure. My god, what happened here? This is just a glorified tutorial! And they padded out with useless junk like, go to sleep. Why? I understand in the story mode you begin with a little tutorial section, I understand that, but this is just god-awful! And there's one point in which you have to do exceed golf or something, I don't know if I said that right, and it's just really bad. Like, you have a certain amount of shots that you have to do, and you have to make it to like 9 holes or something, and these holes are really far apart. Now this takes a while to complete, and this is really bad. If you fail the last one, like you run out of shots, boom, back to the beginning. And I think you have to do this like twice. Why? And then once you're in about like 2 hours, filled with boring tutorials, you suddenly fight a boss. Well, it's more of a quick time event, but okay. And then once you're done with that, you immediately find another boss. Some moltres looking thing. And then you go to Highlands, and then there's the final boss. Oh, it's over? Yeah, at a certain point, it kind of feels like they just rushed out the story mode. Like, bam, boss there, that's the end. But hey, since they rushed the story, I guess I'll rush over this part as well. So now I think it's a good time to talk about what they've added over the past couple of months. And I know I didn't talk about the characters yet, I know I didn't talk about the courses yet, but that will be talked about in a second. Let's first talk about Target Golf, a whole new mode. You aim and shoot and get as many points as you can. That's it. No, don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to hate on the game just to hate. It's a fine mode, it's a fine enough mode. But this just feels like a mode that should have been there from the beginning. And this is why I'm not the biggest fan of these free updates, because this just feels like something should have been in the beginning of the game, and not added in like 5 months later. Like, if it was there from the start, I wouldn't give a damn. Now, I don't give a shit and a damn. And the fact that most modes are still missing, which were in other games, is baffling. Like, there's still no ring shop mode or proper tournaments. So at launch, there were 6 courses to play on. So you have Rookie Course and Bonnie Greens. These are literally the same. You know, it's fine if you have a starter course, but why would you need 2? Rich Rock Lake is next, and it's a grass mountain stage, and it's a pain in my ass. Weird elevation, these blowy Joey dudes or whatever they're called, really annoying, and overall a pretty bad stage. Balmy Dunes, a generic desert stage. Although I'm not gonna lie, I kinda dig this one. Wild Weather Woods is basically a forest, so another grass stage, but this time they changed it up with annoying wind mechanics and annoying lightning mechanics. Not a fan of this one. And then there's Bowser Highlands, the only Mario Golf course in a Mario Golf game. This one's pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. I think this is a decent designed course, and I think this is probably the only fun course you can play on Speed Golf. So they had 6 courses at launch, but over the course of the next couple of months after that, they added 5 extra courses into the game. These being New Donk City, Blustery Basin, Spiky Palms, Shelltop Sanctuary, and All-Star Summit. These all suck. Now, New Donk City is really cool. Like, even in Speed Golf, I sometimes literally just explore the area. Like, it's a really cool area. And this one is actually unique. It only has par 3 holes. And I think it's also pretty cool that there's a normal or a pro course for this course. Blustery Basin. This has got to be the worst thing I've ever experienced. So what do we got here? We got wind that annoys you. We got those stupid blowing enemies again, and we got everything that's slippery. It's basically Wild Weather Woods, but 10 times worse. And also, to be honest, this course should have also been in the game from the start. Like, at least something like New Donk City I could have excused, since it's kind of a unique theme. I mean, it's technically still a course. Like, how long does that take to make compared to this course, for example? But this is the only snow course in the game. How was this not in at launch? Spiky Palms is next, and it basically has the same problems as Blustery Basin, with a little less bullshit. Shelltop Sanctuary is next, and it has the same gimmick as New Donk Cities, where everything is a par 3 hole and it also has a pro course. I also like these short little courses. I'm a fan of this one though. This one is okay at best. I think the area looks nice, and overall it's just a fun course to play on. All-Star Summit. Now don't get me wrong, this stage looks really cool, and this is only the 3rd Mario themed stage in a Mario Golf game. But while it looks really cool, this course is a hell to play on. Like, so much is just stone and bunkers, so it's really annoying to play. I like the art, don't get me wrong, but if you land on stone, it just bounces up everywhere, and then with Speed Golf, this is a hell to play on as well. You need to bounce on these random clouds that have really weird physics, and it's just a really bad stage overall. I think it's fair to say that I'm not the biggest fan of these courses. Maybe the characters are better though. So I've said that I will point out things I did like about the game, and honestly, the character roster is actually pretty good. You know, having someone like Pauline, Charge and Choker King Bob playable is really cool and actually quite unique. So the base roster was pretty good, but over time they added a couple new characters. These include Toadette, Ninja, which is actually another really cool unique one, Koopa Troopa, Wiggler, and Shy Guy. Overall, really great choices, and although I don't really get Toadette and Koopa, because if you play the story mode, they're literally right in front of you. Some of them even play golf, so I don't really understand with that one, to be honest. But still, the other additions are really nice, and you never really see Wiggler playable, or even Ninja, which kinda looks like a Fall Guys character. I'm sorry that I mentioned.
Oh, what's that? I'm sounding positive.
It's time to bitch. Again. By the way, I switched room. What do you think about my new room? That's not the only thing they've added. Once 2DIT came out, there was also ranked mode included, and these ranked mode included new costumes for you to unlock. You basically have to play matches against other people, which is kind of impossible because literally 1 month after this came out, nobody's playing this. But you can unlock new costumes for characters like different color Yoshis or different color Koopas, and these basically rotate each month. Now this is where I have the biggest problem with in terms of new things that got added. First off, ranked mode is kind of stupid because honestly nobody's playing this crap anymore, and you get cute with bots, and the loading time is so long, you have to wait 2 minutes for a lobby to fill up, and let's say it counts down to like 10 seconds, and then somebody joins in at 10 seconds, the counter goes back up to 60. You have to wait so long sometimes to get in the game. I mean, this game is freaking dead as all can be. But I guess on one hand, this does give you something to do each month, this game doesn't really have anything like unlockables, and this is kind of the only way that you can unlock stuff. And I know what I'm about to say now. Some people will just say, oh, you're just giving criticism just to criticize. And while you could say that, you could have your own opinion, whatever, but I just think this is not acceptable. Because you need a Nintendo Switch Online membership to get these costumes. I'm not specifically targeting this game because other games have done that, but I don't think this is a fun way to introduce this content. So they're basically locking things behind a freaking paywall. And now sure you could say, but yeah, a lot of people have the online as standard things, people have it as standard, people always get it, they always renew it, so they always have it as a standard option. Sure you could say that, but there's still a lot of people who don't. Not everybody has, or wants, Nintendo Switch Online. I do like that this is some form of unlockable, and I do want to get them. It's just the following problems are, I guess the smaller one being, you need a Switch Online membership, because not only are you locking content behind paywalls, you can also just join ranked match and play in a lobby full of bots. If you wait the full 2 minutes, nobody joins, you get queued with bots, and you play a match with bots. What's the point of doing it online then? Sure, you have a chance of other people joining you, but if you could just play against bots, what's the point in having an online membership then? And then what worries me the most is these things rotate each month. In the beginning, there were different colored Yoshis, then after that you had Koopa Troopers, you had a different Boo outfit, you have a different Mario outfit, a different Luigi outfit, cool and all. But what happens to them after the month is gone? Because as far as we know, they're gone. Maybe at some point once they've released them all, they'll rotate them, and you can still get them. But even then, it's quite stupid, because not everybody wants the online, so it would be nice if people that don't want online could have done a challenge instead. Like if you were to play it online, you got it early, and then a month after that you could do a challenge and unlock it that way. Like for example, get a hole-in-one or something. I can't believe I'm about to say this, but even in Aces, where they apply the same things that Golf Super Rush does, at least in that game, the costumes rotate multiple times, so if you missed out on one, you can still get it. And also, they've released every single possible costume out there, so there's no new ones coming. But I don't know if that's gonna happen to this game as well once all of them have been released, so I can't look into the future. If that's the case, it's still stupid that you're locking them behind a paywall and have no other option for people that don't want online to not get those costumes. But as it stands right now, after the month is over, they're gone. So not only are you letting people rush through the Switch, see what I did there, to get the costume, you also need a Switch Online membership. So overall, Mario Golf Super Rush is still kind of a mediocre game. It still feels like it's lacking content, and I don't know if that's because of the menus. They're so bland and lifeless, and the game is kind of lifeless as well, that the game still feels empty in a way. I don't know if that's the case. So this game is going back into the darkest corner of my room. So with that said, I can comfortably say that Mario Golf Super Rush is still at... Actually, wait. I didn't talk about the music yet. Here are some...
More free content is coming.